of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, might as well go through the left this time. No. No, I don't want to. Damn it. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Tips for not getting
Stanley
fired.
decided to go
Don't get fired.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, these are great. Monetize, free to play. Nice. Ooh, broom closet. What? Hello?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. No, what? Oh, don't do that. Don't trap me in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, not today.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
Soda.
no reason at all.
Soda, give me
None
soda.
of it made any logical sense.
Give me a soda.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself,
2B4?
this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What is going on?
Last, he came
Make
to
it
the
stop!
that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose
Is this
I'll
just
wake up
repeating?
soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What is going on?
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
These rooms don't end.
the voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Definitely not. No, you're not. Crap.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? What happened?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What the heck?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Apparently I'm crazy. Oh. Back at it again. Alright. Let's do this.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
Let's see how many endings we can get.
Meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Alright. So let's
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay. Really, you can remember that. Alright. I'm gonna... I wonder if I just stay in here. Will he get mad at me or something? I mean, that'd be pretty great. Chill. Close the door. Okay, I don't think anything's happening. Let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Oh, this is fancy. Okay. Wait. What was over here? Anything? I want to go in there. Let me go in the executive bathroom, please. Please! Ugh. Okay, I can't. Oh,
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Boss is in here.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 8, 4.
Stanley just sat around twiddling. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
What is...
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Kind of weird secret passageway. What's over here? Dark corner. Wait, is there anything? I don't think so. Okay. This looks like something straight out of a horror game. Like... Okay. Where is it taking me? Where is it taking me?
Deeper into the building,
Okay.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the locked door that
No!
was the mind control facility.
No.
Although
Go,
this
go, go,
passageway
go,
had
go.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Excuse me? I don't know if I want to. Do I want to? I do.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Sure will. Okay. Jumping down. Oh, what happened? What happened? What? Okay. What? How did my legs not break? What?
As the machine whirred into
What is going on?
Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. It reflected that his
No.
life had been of
No.
consequence
No.
whatsoever.
No, 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 no. No.
Picture.
No.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Don't do this to me.
So he
Don't.
resigned,
No.
willingly accepted this violent
No.
end
No.
to his brief and shallow life.
Ah!
Stanley.
No!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What? Oh! I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm... The... Huh?
And And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game.
No.
Back in his office,
Ah,
as alive as
shit.
ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?